Carpal tunnel. So this is extremely aggravating. If you've ever had it, it can just be all consuming, very, very painful. Now, what we need to understand first is carpal tunnel, it doesn't operate in a vacuum, meaning that it's not just a wrist thing. It also, it's called a double crush injury. It means that there could be something going on in the neck or the shoulder that's promoting the tunnel closing in the wrists. So there's a couple things that you can do, but you need to understand, again, you need to get the neck and shoulders checked by a corrective chiropractor to make sure that there's no interference to the nerves that supply function all the way down into the hand. The next thing is that typically when you do have carpal tunnel, along with the double crush, it's because of a muscle imbalance. All right, if you're typing a lot, all right, you're in this position and you're typing a lot, or let's say you work out and you're really building your forearms, what's gonna happen is you're gonna build too much of the flexor side and the extensor side is gonna be weaker, because we need to have more of a 5-to-4 ratio. That is the perfect amount between these muscle structures. So if the muscles are a little bit stronger in the flexor side, we need to really, really work on this extensor side. So, but how we, in a really, really easy way, how do we keep this tunnel open while we're trying to work with this, while we're trying to rehabilitate it? Well, the best way to do it is to tape it, all right? First of all, if you've heard of anybody or a doctor tells you to brace this, that is completely inappropriate, because you're actually gonna start weakening the muscle imbalance, and it's actually gonna make things worse because you need to be able to move it to open the tunnel. So if you've been instructed to wear a brace for this, please fire your doctor, because that's completely inappropriate. So what you want to do, and this is again highly technical, is we're going to use a piece of tape. Now, electrical tape is best because it has a little bit more give, so you can actually work at your desk or go to sleep with it on. So what she's going to do is she's actually going to put her thumb and pinky finger together, and as you can see, that promotes opening the tunnel. Now, you're not going to put the tape on the wrist. You're actually going to go up about 1/2 inch, and you're gonna put the tape around, and then she can relax, and as you can see, that actually keeps the tunnel open. Now, electrical tape is best, again, because it has a little bit more flexibility, but this is ideal if you're having trouble, if carpal tunnel is keeping you up at night, or if you have to keep working and you're having tremendous pain. This will alleviate this pain and keep that tunnel open. Now, the next thing that we're going to work on is, again, if it's a muscle imbalance, we got to work on the muscles that are weaker, and that's the extensor side of the hand. So how you do that, again, this highly technical medical device, this rubber band, you're actually going to put it around your fingers in this fashion right here, and you're going to open up your hand like a claw. And you're going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until your forearm really starts to burn. Now, this exercise is phenomenal for rebuilding those extensor muscles and to rebuilding that balance between the flexors and the extensors and opening the tunnel, all right? The next thing that you want to do, along with strengthening the extensor muscles, is I'm actually going to have you take your palm and put it down, and you're going to put it right up against the wall, shoulder height, and she's stretching these flexor muscles. So again, we're strengthening the extensor muscles and we're stretching the flexor muscles so that we can open up and promote that carpal tunnel syndrome to dissipate and go away. Again, I cannot stress this enough. This does not work in a vacuum. Get the neck and shoulders checked along with doing these exercises, and you will remove carpal tunnel forever.